I've been so busy since the starting of this year, and I'm trying to stabilize or trying to equalize my batteries, or you call them balancing, in other word. So um, this is what I've been doing, and these batteries have been sitting and sitting and sitting. And when I got them, and guys, you can't believe this, it's crazy. And I just had them and shove them like under the rug or something, which I don't have enough time to do because I have so much project on my hands, and I'm trying to cut as much as I can. So this is what I started the new year with. So doing all this kind of work and work already designed or created and put them in place, but just to utilize them, I don't have time to put them into perspective or put them in working condition, functioning, and rip whatever already, you know, designed or stored here. So these are just this is just my little workstation here with the Ford Focus down here. So here's all these guys, good guys, the best guys around. This thumbs up. So they've been keeping me busy, and right now what I'm doing, since I got this Winston Thunder Sky batteries, and I just tried to put them together, and I lost the majority of it because they came too fast on battery hookup, and all of a sudden people are just they swarm into that thing and got whatever they want to get. So I was gonna build a 12 and 24 volt system or 36 volt. So if you can see from here, so start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's why I use the silver. It's a stainless steel, oh sorry, tin copper plated or pure copper. So to distinguish, to tell where um, the the 12 volt and 24 volt is whatever, or 24 volt, sorry, because 8 batteries in series. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I had Nissan Leaf, one of the connectors that came from that battery, and you guys who have been following me, you saw I opened up 3 Nissan Leaf batteries I utilized back in the day. So what I'm doing right now, I need 12 more of these ones, but I end up finding them online, and I don't know. I think I have to buy 12 of these to for me to have a complete 2 strings of 48 volt here, which is a 16S. So I have to have a, a 16S 2P. So that's what I need. So more of these guys, and the bus bars are not the same. These bus bars I got from the e-Golf when I purchased the Volkswagen e-Golf batteries. So I end up buying the bus bars. There's a lot of them. So they're twisted and curves and whatever, since it came from the vehicle, and how they maneuver, how they bend them so that they can able to run inside the battery case the way they set up the configuration of the batteries. So I just had this one parallel. That's what I did. All the positive C to keep it on the 3 point whatever. But you can charge this up to about 4 volts. See? So actually, I was thinking is a lithium ion phosphate batteries. Well, when I went through the detail, I started reading about it online. Then I found out that they're lithium ion batteries. That's what I learned. Well, if you guys think I'm wrong, let me know. These are the Winston Thunder Sky. Let's see. You're probably gonna see it here. Oh, there you go. Okay, steady. See, Thunder Sky, Winston battery. But I was trying to read to make sure these are lithium iron phosphate because battery hookup wasn't specified. It wasn't specific where what is batteries, just a lithium battery, something like. I think that's what I. If I'm wrong, well, I'm sorry, battery hookup, but I thought that's what it is. So what I'm doing, and since I realized I read is lithium ion batteries. These are the ones they have like a towers, you know, like communication towers, and by doing so, you can able to. They have the big ones right now. They are selling as well, which is like 1,000. I think it's 1,000 amps on it. So you can able to utilize them, but those ones they have them on the auction. So if you like auction stuff or buying things from an auction, and it's easy. Well, for me, when I want something, I don't waste time. If I have the money, I'll buy it. I can't wait. I don't want to be competing with people, and last minute you lost that race. You lost it completely because someone who is quicker, someone who's faster, someone who's just retired and sitting home, some people that has luxury, they can be at work, they can able to access their computers, and they can able to access their cell phones, and it's easy for them to put a fight with you, and they'll win. You lose that war. So you've been waiting for how many? 3 days or 6 days, or a week or two. Then for that particular, maybe about 5 cents or 15 cents or whatever is a dollar, someone just smoked you. So it's really hurtful, it's painful. So I don't want to be on that kind of stuff because I'm not gonna be. I don't dwell my life. My life is not on the internet, and I have job. I have a lot of responsibility and things I'm doing. I work on, and I don't have time to sit down and wait for something. If I can buy it, let me just buy it, or tell me what the price is. I can just buy it. If I can't, then I'll okay. That's okay. Well, this is the deal. So I have them all. I never charged them to like parallel them or charge them individually, like most people do. So I decided to put them in series and charge them because I used to put them at 12 volts. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is a 12 volt. 1, 2, 3, 4. See right in the silver here, that indicates the 24 volts, which is the 8S. So I just had them that way. I charged them, and the batteries are because battery hookup send them. They said the voltage are all equilibrium, which is like all equal. They're balanced. But as time goes on, I found that they are discharging themselves, and when they send them to you, they just reduce the voltage. The amperage probably is there, or maybe the amperage is gone, but voltage is a little bit there. And these are 40 amps. And if you look at it, it's supposed to indicate right there. It's right here. 40 amps right here. You see it? Yeah, 3.3 volts, 40 amps. See that? So 135 watt. 135 watt hour. Right there. So what I've done, and I just decided since yesterday, which is Saturday, I've been doing this in the evening hours, and I said, you know what? I don't want to take all the straps already combined, and and the good thing, you can even able to compress them because they have these grooves on them that makes them really, really cool. These grooves makes them for you to parallel, or they're gonna be parallel to each other battery, and this act like a separator or divider. So if you see the gap, it's only a small one here, so that it can breathe, or they can able not to no, just to separate them, not to get stuck together. And I decided to to use the bus bars from the Volkswagen e-Golf, and after that, and just charge them. And I found out there's a discrepancy on the voltage deviation, so I end up using these guys here and active balancers. And I put the active balancers, and the balancers do help to speed up. These balancers are really cool. They're cool in the sense, if they're balancing, they are, if the voltage, you have to bring the voltage to, if it's a lithium iron phosphate, is a 3.65 is the top balancing, but you can go up to 3.5. If you don't go for the 6.5, this one's probably activated, and they get activated now. You can feel the temperature, the heat. So it indicates 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these are 24 volt one is a 8S. So 8S, each string has a 3 capacitors. See, it has 3 capacitors right here. See, 2200 6.3 volt. Then it pushes back to the 3.65 volts or 3.65 or whatever you want to be. If you charge them at the 3.4, 3.5, the balancers don't just kick in. And when they kick in, they get warm. You can tell because the transfer of power from one cell to another, and it's not wasting it at all. They just don't dissipate. They transfer the high voltage cell to the lowest voltage cell, and that's how they work. So I had all the balancers here. I made a video the last time. You can see, go back and look at the batteries. This Winston Thunder Sky Winston batteries. You will see I had the balancers there. So I put them back. I just put them back in the case because now this thing already went to 48 volt, and I have to buy a 48 volt one and put them here instead of using crazy BMS. And BMS can do that much because the BMS has active balancers as well. That sits the BMS right there. That's a 12 volt 300 amp, and I got some BMS before, gave them away, and just BMS crazy. You know, it's nice for the people that thinks it works for them. It's fine, but I don't care much about BMS. I'll do my passive balancing or whatever it can do, and it can do the individual by using the bus bars like I did here, and parallel all of them and charge them into a 3 volt something volt. So coming to here before we end the video, I had them hook up to this charger which I bought from Battery Hookup. You can see the video is there in the playlist, the description below, or you can go back to my playlist, you can see it. So this is just the from 0 volt to from 5 volt, from 0 to 30 volts. So you can work from that to a 24 volt battery and is a 10 amps. So the wires are so flimsy, if you put too much stress on these guys, and they will probably, you can feel the heat on this thing. Look at that, the voltage stays up, and is pumping, the amperage reduce or stay down, and after that it's got 3.99. So since I found out it's you can charge them to 4 volt, that's what I was doing. So I had them at 3.99, and after they sense that the amperage, it doesn't need more amps, then it's just pumping the voltage. If sometimes hook it up first, you can see it ramped up all about 8 amps here. 8 amps, and it goes about 4 volts. See that? So I'm charging them that way slowly. It takes a long time. It depends how hungry is the battery, and I've done all the way to this part. So from here and all the way here, out of 16 cells, and it's only 3 left. Okay, so we have 13 It's in the process right now. And here, 3 more left. And this one's already done. If I want to do that, just hook up the one here to the positive and one there, and it's just gonna balance this right away. But I would have done the same thing, but I already strapped them, so I don't know, because these straps, they're expensive, so I don't want to do that. So this is what I've been doing for the past days and since the year start, and I just want to get all these things balanced up. Then I can hook up a balancer, 48 volt, which is a 16S balancer. It's going to look like this, but it's going to be huge. More capacitors: 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. So remember, this is a 24 volts, you got 24. So you got to have a 48 capacitors for 48 volt one. So it's kind of huge. It's going to look like two of these guys in one. So that's how it's going to look like this. Two of these guys in one. Huge. So yeah, it's going to look like this. So they're expensive. They're not cheap, but I think it's cheaper than the BMS that, and you look for BMS that is 8 volt, 48 volt BMS with a 200 amps or something, or 300 amps. They are very, very expensive. They're very expensive. So this is what it is, and thanks for watching. And I got more products sitting here, about to do some evaluations and all the way. So so I just want to show you guys, this one's in the process, and I'm marking up numbers as these guys are already here. My balancers leads I made. Then it's just like hooking up the charger to this. So this guys, this string right here, the 4th string. So it charges this at 3.5 volts or 3.6 volt, 3.6 volt, 3.6 volt. But if you go this way, horizontal, then you can have the 12 volts. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you go vertical, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's what it is. So this way I can hook up this charger here to this guy at 3.5. So you can charge and charge and charge and charge. And I've already done that. So I already keep them balanced. And like I said the last time, it's really hard to put a BMS into this. But if I decided to balance them or use the balancers, and I use one for this, it represents all the way like a 1 cell here, which is 125, because it's 25, 25, 50, 25, 25, 50, 100. So 125 amps on each string. So I'm going to put like a 1 lead into this, like this guys here, balance lead. Then I can just put 1. So it's going to be the B minus. You put all the thin plus. You go back to this. You go back to that, all the way. So that's why I want to do this thing. I think that's the only way I can use one module. I can call this, they are cells. It's already made for module to be BMS. Get them that way. So I can put a BMS here. I can put a BMS on the other side. I can put a BMS on the other side. So I just go like, no, zigzag. So it makes it for 12 volts. So I can use a guy like this here for that if I want to use a 12 volt. But I cannot do that for 24 volt. So I have to find 24 volt or 48 volt. Then I can do exactly. So that's why I have to charge every cell, each cell, to make it equal. This one is like a 1 cell, 1 cell, 1 cell, 1 cell. So they're all going to have the same voltage, and now they're going to be series this way. So this one is already the 3.65 or 3.6, 3.6, 3.6, 3.6 or 3.5, whatever the parameters are, or specifications. Then you charge that battery. Then after that, you put a meter here and right there. It's gonna give you what the voltage of the one bank or one string. So that's how I'm gonna end up this video. I'm waiting for these guys almost ramp it up. It's almost about to done, and I can go back and put to the next one here. So this positive is gonna be jumping over here now, and this negative here is gonna come on this. So by the time it's gonna be maybe 2,000 hours, which is about 8 o'clock, because we're now at 17:08, which is a 5:08 p.m. in the evening. Then we can finish up with this battery live at Minnesota, JW Solar USA. Thanks for watching, and this is getting all tiring, and I've been sitting mostly the night watching this thing. I don't want to go to bed, leave them that way, because if one is done, I'm supposed to be hooking up the other one so that the process will keep flowing. But yeah, so I waited all the way till 0200 hours, 0200 hours. Then I was like, I call it a night. So I stopped the charger and went to bed and woke up or something um, to get some water in the living room or in the kitchen. So I hooked up the other one again and went back to bed. When I woke up finally, and I was able to get about some process completed here. But I've been doing this almost all day. All day I've been doing this. So it's kind of tiring. And the charger is small. The charger is slow because it's only a 10 amp. Where you're supposed to be charging, you can able to put about 20 amps into this battery respectively or continuously. All right, take care. Like and subscribe.